Let's give it a few moments here. Think we're good. All right, so yeah, today's video, I'm gonna be going over my bets for this coming weekend's NFL playoff games. I love this time of year because I love betting on the game, of course, and I love doing player prop bets. And it just makes the game more fun to watch, even though it's going to be fun to watch anyways. But yeah, I love doing some good old player prop bets. So if you're watching this, feel free to jump in whenever you want. Give your prediction on the game, maybe your ideas of what you want to bet, prop bets, all that good stuff. So yeah, just let me know in the chat, whatever you guys predict. So we're going to start with the Bengals versus Titans. I already made a little YouTube short video on this, and I predicted the Titans to win this game, and I still do. I even made another video of playoff predictions, and I still think that Titans will win this game. And I don't know. We got Derrick Henry coming back, so it's how is the Bengals defense going to help or going to stop Derrick Henry? And it is his first game coming back in a while, and it is Derrick Henry after all. But can he be stopped? And is he going to be rusty? Knowing him, probably not. Maybe it'll take him a quarter or two to warm up. Maybe he'll have a huge second half. But that's what you want to think about. Like, will Derrick Henry be a little rusty going in or not? Whoops. What just happened? Okay, sorry about that. So, as you can see, Tennessee is favored to win by 3.5 right now. I'm looking at Bovada's site right now. I place some of my bets there, and I also bet on my bookie. But yeah, whatever you guys use, I'm sure it's going to be a little different. So yeah, I got Titans going to cover 3.5, so I think they're going to win by a touchdown in this game, maybe more. But if you believe it's going to be a field goal game, taking the Bengals at plus 3.5 is not a bad idea because getting that extra half point is definitely key, and it's not a bad thing. Once it goes to plus 3, then it's not the best bet for you. Getting that half point's great. So if you think it's going to be a field goal game, I think Tennessee should cover in this game, win by 4 or more. But I'm thinking they'll win by a touchdown. So let's go straight into the player prop bets. And if you're just watching this right now, feel free to give your opinion on who you think is going to win this game, Bengals versus Titans. And yeah, if you have any ideas, player prop bet ideas, let me know. So we're going to scroll down here. This is the prop area. So you could do like how many passing touchdowns will Joe Burrow and Tannehill have. So right now they got Burrow to throw at least 2 touchdowns, minus 172. So that's not great odds at all, or you're not getting good value out of that. And then for Tannehill to throw 2 touchdowns, that is great value, plus 106. He can definitely throw for 2 touchdowns. It's probably at plus 106 because, giving the ball to Derrick Henry to run it in, that's more likely to happen. But it's the playoffs. Anything could happen. Also, Tannehill could run it in himself. That has happened many times. I guess I saw a stat that Tannehill has 5 home rushing touchdowns this season. And he's at home this weekend. So him running it in could be a player prop bet. So if I were to bet on the passing touchdowns, I would put some money towards Tannehill to throw for 2 touchdowns. Very doable because Bengals are going to be looking at stopping the run, should have some receivers open, and maybe Brown getting a touchdown there. So let's just write down for this one. Whoops. I'll just copy and paste it. Tannehill over 1.5 TD plus 106. That's what we would have to take. Or you don't have to take, but that's what I would take right there. Tannehill to throw at least 2 touchdowns in this game. Very doable. And at plus 106, I really like that. Let's go to the next one. We're not going to go through every single category here. Let's go for rushing yards. Let's see what they have. Oh, wait. Let's go to... So that's over under rushing yards. Let's go to rushing yards at least category. I'm really surprised. So they don't even have Derrick Henry in here yet for rushing yards because he's not 100% for sure go. But they got Joe Burrow at 19 rushing yards, Mixon at 61 rushing yards. Last game, Mixon got 48 rushing yards against the Raiders. They have him at 61 here. It's hard to see him doing better. I'm sure he'll do better than 48, but getting 61 it's kind of a trap because Tennessee's defense is almost tied, virtually tied for number 1 in the league at run stop defense. The Tennessee Titans are. So Mixon getting over 60, that is very tough. I do like that 60. I mean, if it was at 70, 80, I wouldn't even touch it. So that's very tempting if you were thinking that. Or if you want to do Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow runs it every once in a while, but 19 yards at plus 170. Let's see. What did Joe Burrow get last game, rushing-wise? Okay, never mind. So maybe don't bet the 19-yard rushing. Joe Burrow got -2 yards rushing, so maybe bet the under. Joe Burrow under 19 yards rushing. Yeah, maybe bet the under on that. And yeah, let me know, guys, if you guys have any predictions, or if you're watching this video at a later time, definitely comment, because I'm sure a lot of people will be watching this later after the live stream is over. Let's go to touchdowns. Let's go to touchdowns. All right, there we go. So we got A.J. Brown in the mix, plus 140. If you think he's going to score a touchdown, there's good value there because he could definitely score a touchdown. Jamar Chase for sure, but they're going to be keeping eyes on him. I like maybe putting some money on C.J. Uzomah, plus 250 to get a touchdown. Joe Burrow has been going his way a lot, especially last game. Uzomah had 6 catches for 64 yards and a touchdown last game. I'm sure Tennessee will, put a little bit of focus on them, but I think Tennessee is going to put a ton of focus on Jamar Chase. And, Jamar Chase last game had 116 yards and 9 receptions. He got thrown to a lot. And Jamar Chase even had, 23 yards rushing and got the ball 3 times. So that was another thing I wanted to look at really quick. Receiving yards. They have Jamar Chase at 79 receiving yards. If you think he could get that, that seems very doable because last game he got over 100 yards. But, Tennessee's going to put a lot of focus on him, leaving other receivers open. So Higgins didn't have a good game last week at all. Higgins only had 1 catch. For 10 yards? Yeah, 1 catch for 10 yards. That's why Uzomah got so many yards. So have Uzomah 33 yards. He got 64 the other day. I would go Uzomah over 33 yards receiving. That is definitely a good one. Higgins, they have him high again, 64. I'm sure he'll have a better game than last week, but let's go. I'm going to do a prop bet here. Uzomah over 33 yards. And I'm going to write this down here. Uzomah. Let me just... Oops. Over 33 yards receiving. So that's a good one there. See, those are the two I would focus on prop bet wise. I'm sure there's plenty more that you guys would look at. Like I said, going to the touchdown thing. I mean, anyone could get a touchdown. You just never know. Even Joe Burrow sneaking it in or running it in plus 500. If you think he's going to get a touchdown, that's great value. But like I said before, Tannehill scoring a touchdown, like running it in. It's happened 5 times at home already for Tannehill running it in for a touchdown. Plus 250 for Tannehill getting a touchdown. That is really good value there. So I would definitely take a look at that. And then A.J. Brown, I mean, plus 140. There's always a chance he could get in the end zone or, get a touchdown. Julio Jones, definitely too, plus 250. And then Jamar Chase, plus 129 for a touchdown. Definitely an option. But he's just going to be looked at so much in the end zone. And, and look at Uzuma. I cannot pronounce his name, but you know what I'm talking about. CJ, plus 250. So I like those a lot in my player prop bets. And, I would love to hear your guys' on this game. That's what I'm going to talk about, or that's all I'm going to talk about on this game. Like I said, I have the Titans winning this game, and let me know who you guys got. Who do you guys got winning it? So let's go to the next game. Bop, bop, bop. So this one, I can't wait for this game. Niners versus the Green Bay Packers. I mean, if you guys know me, I'm a huge Niner fan. I'm going to delete these prop bets for this one. So just remember that. You can go back in the video and see the last ones. But I'm a huge Niner fan, like huge Niner fan. Obviously, I'm going to be completely biased here, and I want my Niners to win, of course. I predicted them to win. I mean, I said they're going to beat the Cowboys last week. Look what happened there. And that wasn't even an unbiased opinion. That was not a biased opinion. It was unbiased because I really do think they beat the Cowboys, and they did. And I really do think they could beat the Packers. Not going to be easy. Definitely not going to be easy. They beat us one time before this year. And it was only by a field goal. We were at home, but at that time, Niners were playing really bad at home. At that time in the season, like we were on I want to say like a 5-game losing streak at home or something ridiculous. This time we're playing in Green Bay. It's going to be freezing cold. Aaron Rodgers is going to step up, of course, like always. Could be his last year in Green Bay, so he's going to prove all the doubters and haters wrong. But obviously, if I were to bet on the game, I'm personally not going to bet on this game because I never bet on my team. I'm never going to bet against them, of course. But I would bet Niners plus 5.5, and then bet plus 200 to win. But I'm not going to. But if you guys are thinking, and I'm sure some of you guys think Packers are going to win, so I'm sure a lot of you guys think Packers win. They're heavily favored. They're the most favored team of this week, at least spread wise and odds wise. Minus 5.5. But hey, if I was if I was betting on this game, I'd take Niners plus 5.5 all day long. That's just me. All right, so let's take a look at the player prop bets for this game. Let's go to I can't talk. Let's go to quarterbacks. Aaron Rodgers, Jimmy Garoppolo. Jimmy with the sprained shoulder, but he looks totally fine. I've seen him in practice lately. Looks fine. Nothing really to worry about there. He had the hurt thumb also. Aaron Rodgers is Aaron Rodgers, just dominating. They have him at over 2.5, so they think possibly he could throw 3 touchdowns or more at plus 158, which is good value if you think he'll throw for 3 touchdowns. And, Niners give up receiving touchdowns. They did against the Cowboys the other day to Amari Cooper. And, it's very doable. So That is a little high. I mean, if it was Rodgers over 2 touchdowns, that's an easy bet. So if you want to do that, um, but for Jimmy Garoppolo to throw 2 touchdowns, very doable. So plus 106, very doable. I would just put that down. Jimmy G over 1.5 if you're looking for a little bit of value here. But, like I said, I'm a little biased here. Jimmy G over 1.5 touchdowns plus 106, was it? Yeah, plus 106. So that would be my bet, but that's just something that's very doable. But with Deebo Samuel, we could easily get a rushing touchdown or a passing touchdown, like a 5-yard slant turns into a 80-yard touchdown. You just never know, especially with Deebo on your team. Let's go to so passing yards. They have Aaron Rodgers at 263 passing yards over under. I mean, he could definitely get more against the Niners. Niners pass defense isn't the greatest. Their run defense is amazing, but their pass defense, it's getting better. It's definitely getting better. But 263, maybe betting the over if you believe Aaron Rodgers will slice up the defense. And then over under for Jimmy G, over 230. I don't know. I can't trust it. You just never know with Jimmy G. And as a Niner fan, you really don't know. He could have an amazing game or he could have a really poor game. So I would stay away from that. And yeah, if you guys are just jumping in here, feel free to chime in whenever you guys want. Right now I'm talking about the Niner game, the Niner-Packer game. So yeah, feel free to chime in whenever. All right, so let's look at some receiving yards here. Different players. Deebo Samuel, over 53.5 receiving yards. That seems extremely doable, but you never know with Deebo because they can just hand the ball off to him a lot, which they do, or they pitch it to him. But 53 yards is so low because, like I said before, he could turn a 5-yard slant into an 80-yard run. He's all about yards after catch. They call him the Yak Bro. He's part of the Yak Bros with Kittle and Ayuk. Yeah, Deebo over 53.5 seems very doable. And that's just me being kind of biased, but it's kind of true. You know what I mean? Kittle lately hasn't been impressive. Like, he gets the job done, but he's not the same Kittle like he was. But you just never know with him. It could definitely come out in this game and he'll dominate. Let's look at some Packers. So Davante Adams, over 94 yards. Yes, it's Davante Adams, and yes, that is very doable. But the Niners are going to be focusing on him, of course, a lot. So I would bet the under on Davante Adams, under 94. But, that's just me being kind of biased on that. But, yeah, I'd bet the under on 94.5. I think it's a little high because we're going to be really focusing on Adams. Niners defense will. That will leave other receivers pretty open. So Lazard getting over 40, that's very possible. Aaron Jones, I'm sure he'll dump it off to the running back a little bit, but I trust the Niners D. Let's just write that down. Like I said, let's write down 2. I would do Deebo Samuel. I'll just write Deebo over 53 yards receiving, and then Adams under 94.5 receiving. But you're like, you're a Niner fan, that's why you're saying that. But no, well, yes, kind of. But those are some doable, winnable prop bets right there that could get you some money. Let's just look, just for fun, what else? Let's look at the touchdowns. Well, we could look at rushing yards really quick. because I'm sure. Oh, they didn't even have Deebo Samuel in there for rushing yards. Aaron Jones 50. Elijah Mitchell 80. Those are all doable, but I don't trust the over-unders on that. Jimmy G could get over 12 yards rushing, but he's probably not going to risk that too much. So I'll stay away from rushing. Let's look at touchdowns. Like I said before, anybody could score a touchdown, so you just never know. But Aaron Jones plus 100, that could be very doable. Devontae Adams minus 143. I wouldn't take that. You want value here. Deebo Samuel minus 111. Better. If you were to pick Adams or Samuel to score, I'd pick Samuel just because of the minus 111. Elijah Mitchell plus 120. Not bad. Yeah, I don't know. It's just whoever you think. In the playoffs, it's the person you least expect to score usually scores. Like, dang, I would even... Honestly, I would put Juszczyk plus 700 to score a touchdown. We could definitely give him the ball if we're inside the 5-yard line. Or we could throw the ball to him inside, like, the 10-yard line. So, Juszczyk right there. Huge value. He could be a dark horse right there for getting a touchdown. Plus 700. I would take that, but, you know, that's just me. I would love to hear your guys' opinions. Who you guys would take to score touchdowns. Post it in the comments. But yeah, that's it for this game. That's it for this game. And you guys know I'm a Niner fan and I want the Niners to win. So let's go to the Bucks Rams. It's going to be a fun one to watch too. I mean, honestly, every game this weekend is going to be really good. Let's go to the Bucks Rams. So let me delete these prop bets. You can go back in the video if you want to see them again. So there you go. So Bucks versus Rams. And yeah, feel free to post your prediction about this game, Rams versus Bucks. My prediction, I mean, as a Niner fan, I kind of want to see Bucks win because, you know, Rams are in our division, and I don't know. I don't want to play the Rams again. This would be if the Rams won and went to the next round, and we won and went to the next round. That would be playing the Rams for the third time this season, and we beat them both times, but it just gives more room for the Rams to fix their mistakes and maybe beat us. I'd rather play a team we haven't played this year, and that would be the Buccaneers. And it would be pretty cool to beat Tom Brady, which wouldn't be easy. But Rams versus Bucks, I'm going to make a bias bet. I would say I would pick Buccaneers -3, but the Rams have beat the Bucks this year in SoFi Stadium in LA. So that's kind of tough. But, man, it's just Tom Brady in the playoffs. It's so hard to bet against him, you know? It's so hard to bet against. I bet against him in the Super Bowl, and that lost me money. So I got to go Buccaneers -3 or just the win -145. But I'll probably take the -3. Or I would do -2.5. It's probably like minus. Let's see if we did. Let me just see. If you bought a half point, you get it at -135. So a little better. Little better. But yeah, that's my prediction. Buccaneers going to win -3 or win by 3 or more. Let's take a look at the prop bets. Bum, 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 bum. All right, so passing touchdowns. Let's see what they got. So they got Matthew Stafford to throw at least 2 touchdowns, -227. That is ridiculous. Like, I'm sure he's going to throw 2 touchdowns. You don't want to bet the over on that because I'm sure it could happen, but -227 is not good at all. So don't take that. And then they have Tom Brady over 2.5. So they think he's going to throw 3 or more. +149, which is good value. But you just never know. I would stay away from it personally. Tom Brady could definitely throw for 3 touchdowns. But yeah, you just never know, man. They could give it to the running back, and it happened a lot last week. Actually, how many Let me go to that game really quick. How many touchdowns did Brady have last? Oh, so yeah, Brady threw for 2 touchdowns last week. 2 touchdowns. No picks though. All right, let's look into at least passing yards. They have Stafford for 281 passing yards, and then Brady for 294. Brady last game threw for 271, and him throwing for more than that against the Rams defense. I would bet the under on that. Tom Brady throwing. So that's a good one. I'll write that now against the Rams defense. Let's do Brady under, what was it, 294 pass yards. That's a good bet to do. Player prop bet. Betting the under on that. Let me take a look. What do they have? Over under passing. So 293.5 right there. So pretty much 294 minus 114. It's not bad. I would take it. Especially against Rams defense. Definitely. I mean, we saw how they played against Kyler Murray, but Kyler Murray is way different than Brady. Brady's on another level compared. But yeah, I'd just take the under on that one. Okay, let's go to receiving yards. So here's the big one. Cooper Kupp, he underperformed last game, but for good reason. Not good reason, but Cardinals put all their focus on that. Even Cooper Kupp actually still led the team, the Rams team, in receiving with 61 yards, which is crazy. He still led the team. And 5 receptions. Odell went off kind of for his standards. 40. So they have him at 47 yards here. He got 54 last game. He could definitely do that again here. He wants to put on a show, I'm sure, again, and put it on a show in front of Tampa Bay. But this is an outdoor game compared to indoor stadium, so you just never know. But yeah, that over for Odell is very tempting because, like I said, teams are focusing on Cooper Kupp, so it's leaving other receivers open. So look for Higbee to go off again. Like Higbee had 46 yards last game. They have him at 43 here. It's tempting. This one I like. Cameron Brate, 17 yards, at least 17 yards. I would take that all day long because they've been throwing to Brate a lot. Obviously, they're throwing to Gronk, but teams are focused on Gronk. They know that's going to happen. So that leaves Brate open, you know. Let me look how many yards Brate had last game. Okay, so Brate had 3 catches for 29 yards. So yeah, he could easily just get 20 yards, and you win your bet right there. Gronk had 5 catches for 31. So yeah, I would take Brate. I'm going to write that down. I like that one. Brate. Over 17 yards receiving. I like that. So if you guys want to bet that, that's a solid one, I would say. And yes, I will bet all these. I probably won't, well, except the Niner ones. I stay away from that because I'm a Niner fan. But I will be betting these, and yeah, you'll see how I do. Or I'm sure you'll know how I do after these games, but if you watch this video later. All right, so that's about it there. I wouldn't take the Cooper Kupp 101 yards. You just never know because, yes, Cooper Kupp could easily get 100 yards, but, you know, the Bucs are going to give him a lot of attention. Rushing yards, anything... Oh, what the heck? They only have Brady for rushing yards? 12 yards. I'll stay away from that. All right, so go to touchdowns. Kupp to score, minus 143. Back Higbee's been scoring lately. Plus 250, so that's interesting. Gronk, plus 100. I mean, Gronk could always score, always has a great chance of scoring down in the end zone or down in the goal line like that. Yeah, I would take Gronk plus 100. Take that's value right there. You put 50 on that, you win 50 right there. So plus 100. I would take Gronk, or like I said before, take Brate. You never know. Teams will be focused on Gronk, then they go to Brate. They do two tight end set. You just never know. So Gronk or Brate, that's what I'll go with. But just for the sake of it, let's just write down, since I already have a bet for Brate, let's do Gronk, whoops, to score TD plus 100. There you go. And just for fun, like I would bet all these bets individually, personally. And I'm going to put a couple bucks on the parlay. Who cares? Don't matter. Let's see what the parlay would be. So Gronk plus 100. Let's see. Gronk plus 100. What was my other one? Brate, at least 17 yards. And then what did I have? Brady under. Under 293. Oh, it says you can't combine the under. Oh, wait, let me bet. Let's see if it lets me bet at least passing yards. Passing yards. Oof. Well, I guess I can't parlay it. Never mind. That would be tempting, though. That'd be fun. Let's take away that. So if I would have done the Gronkowski bet, like to score a touchdown and then Brate to get 17 yards receiving, to parlay that, it's only at plus 120. So it's not really worth it. Not worth it. But those are the bets I would do on that game. Let's head on over to, and then like I said, I want Bucks to win that game. That's my prediction. Let's head on over to the next game. The last game here of the slate, and it's Bills versus Chiefs. This game I can't wait for either. I mean, this is like a Super Bowl game right here, even though it's AFC, but this one's going to be great. Josh Allen versus Patrick Mahomes. And man, after the game Allen had last week, he seems unstoppable. But will that carry over to the next week and against the Chiefs? And he's on the road in hostile territory. We don't know. But yeah, I mean, the Bills just absolutely dominated the Patriots. I don't think that's going to happen again here today. In a previous video, I said Chiefs would win this one, but I've kind of thought about it, and I'm just riding the Bills' momentum on this one, and I'm taking the Bills to win the game. So I would take him at plus 105 just to win. Bills money line. Just to ride their momentum. And I don't know if it's the Bills' year, Super Bowl wise, but man, oh man, if you ride that momentum of last week, Bills can be a super dangerous team, and I would definitely put some money on them. But hey, it's not financial advice. That's something I'm going to do. Put some money on them. Let me take away these live bets, or these prop bets, sorry. Because we're going to get some new ones here for this game. So, like I said, I'm going to ride the momentum of the Bills. But you know what? If I see the Chiefs win it, I'm not going to be like shocked or anything. Chiefs would, definitely deserve it. Bills and Chiefs did play this year, and Bills won. So, keep that in mind. But yeah, let's hear your guys' predictions in the comments. Definitely would love to hear what you think. All right, here we go. Let's see. So, let's go down to the prop bets. All right, let's just go look at the passing touchdowns. So they got Mahomes to throw for at least 3, you would make, it's at plus 104. It's definitely doable, but I think there's going to be a good amount of rushing touchdowns here. So I would stay away from that. Josh Allen to throw over 2 minus 167. I wouldn't take that. But he could definitely throw for 2 for sure. But minus 167, don't like that at all. Let's look at the passing yards. Patrick Mahomes to throw for over 281 yards. What did he throw for? I mean, they dominated the Steelers. Mahomes, oh, wow. Yeah, Mahomes had a hell of a game. He threw for 404 yards last game and 5 touchdowns. Just like Josh Allen did. And yes, I guess I could say let's ride the momentum of the Chiefs, but they did play the Steelers, you know. But I don't know, maybe Steelers are better than the Patriots. Let's see. So yeah, Josh Allen threw for 308 yards, 5 touchdowns. So they have him at 283, and he had an amazing game and threw for 308. So betting under 283 for Josh Allen is definitely good because Allen had a perfect game last week. I don't think he's going to have a perfect game this week. He's definitely going to be running the ball a lot. I would go, but I mean, you can't trust the Chiefs defense either, so that's another thing. But if I were to bet on the passing yards, I would go Josh Allen under 283. Because like I said, he had a perfect game last game, and he threw for 308. So Allen under, what was it, 283 pass yards. Well, 283 and a half. That half is definitely a good thing. So yeah, I would bet that. Maybe I'll put some money on that. Allen to bet to throw under 283. Because I don't think he's going to have a perfect game again. But, you know, never know. Especially on the road, hostile territory, it's going to be really tough for him. All right, let's take a look at rushing yards. Or no, let's do receiving yards. I like that. So Travis Kelce, they have him at 72. Kind of curious, what did he have last game? Kelce had, come on. Oh, geez, he led the team, 108 yards, 1 touchdown. So putting it at 72 makes it like, oh, this is very doable. But he doesn't always have crazy games like that. And it's going to be a lot tougher opponent, a lot better defense. So 72, I would stay away from that. I don't know. Tyreek Hill, 71. These are like great numbers, and it's too hard to bet for me personally. I don't know if you guys comment if you guys think these are some easy ones, easy bets. Would love to hear it. Let's hear it. Diggs, 73. Knox, 41. Beasley, 31. Yeah, I'm going to stay away from receiving. Nothing's catching my eye. It's like kind of like a trap, some of those. Rushing yards, Mahomes, 27 yards. Allen, 54. I mean, what did Allen have rushing yards last game? Allen had 66 yards rushing. But, you know, I'm sure they're going to do some containment here on Josh Allen. So, I don't know. 54. He had 66. That was like a perfect game for him. I think he could get the under. Josh Allen under 54 yards. Singletary, what did he have? 81 yards. Getting 61. That is definitely doable. But on the road. Yeah, if I had to pick a running back or a rushing stat there, I'd probably pick Singletary over 61 yards. Let's just write that one down just for fun. Just for fun. Yo, what's up, Jacob? How's it going, man? Doing good. giving out my predictions. So let me write this down. Over Singletary over 61 yards rushing. So that's that. And then let's look at the touchdowns here. Who do we think is going to score between the Bills and Chiefs? If you think Mahomes is going to run it in, plus 350, which is great. Singletary getting a touchdown, minus 111. Josh Allen getting a touchdown, plus 150. I would take that, plus 150. Allen getting in the end zone. Definitely would take that. Yeah, anything else kind of risky. I mean, even Mahomes scoring a touchdown, it's actually really tempting too. But yeah, I don't know. I think Allen, man, the way his body type is, he could burst his way into the end zone. Let's take Josh Allen, touchdown. It's kind of funny. All my bets are Bills heavy this week, I guess, in this game. Screw it. Allen to score TD. There it is. So I got 3 prop bets on there. Josh Allen under 283.5 passing yards. Singletary over 61 rush yards. And then Allen to score a touchdown. So let's see. See what happens. And yeah, guys, post your guys' predictions in the chat. Would love to hear if you guys have any player prop bets you're going to bet on this week. Or if you're just going to bet on any games. Like I said, I have Bills winning this one. Let's just do a quick recap here. Let's go back to like the main NFL page if you guys could see that. So yeah, I have the Titans to win game 1. I think they'll cover minus 3.5. And of course, Niners Packers. I got Niners. Go Niners, baby. That's my team. Go Niners. And then Rams Bucks. I think Bucks are gonna win it. I want Bucks to win it. Yeah, I'll take minus 3. Screw it. Maybe even take them at 2.5 if you could get them. And then Bills Chiefs. I'm just riding the momentum of the Bills. And I'm going to say Bills are going to win. And I'll take the money line at plus 105. Plus 105. So those are my predictions. I would love to hear your guys' predictions. Post them in the chat or the comment section here if you're watching this at a later time. Let's make some money this weekend. And, I mean, maybe you'll watch this after the games and be like, ooh, man, he was way off. Or you'd be like, dang, he was really right. I made a prediction video last week where I thought who was going to win each game last week, and I got them all right. All of them right. I mean, a lot of them were easy except the Niners-Cowboys. A lot of people picked Cowboys to win. Of course, I picked my Niners. We won. Also, a lot of people picked the Raiders to beat the Bengals. And I picked Bengals to win that one. So let's see what happens this week. Hopefully, I am right this week. Keep the streak alive. But yeah, so I'm going to end the stream here. It's just a short stream today. We were live almost about 45 minutes. Yeah, I hope you guys really enjoy this week's NFL playoff games. All of them are going to be amazing. Like, literally, I can't wait to watch all of them. There's not a bad game on the slate. Maybe you could say, oh, Bengals and Titans won't be that exciting, but I think it's going to be really exciting. And they do have it a very close game. So, and it'll be fun to watch Derrick Henry come back for that one. So that's going to be awesome. But other than that, guys, you guys have a great rest of your Thursday and enjoy your Friday and the weekend. And let's make some money this week. And hopefully I see you guys on the next live stream. And definitely don't forget to subscribe and like this video. Really appreciate it. See you guys on the next one. Peace.